Hey teens, hey parents, I just wanted to make this video to inform you of all the things about our Jamaica missions trip coming up in July. I know some of you guys are interested, and we had our meeting for those who are interested last week, and this video is just to recap all the things that we talked about, but also answer some of the questions that were asked in last week's meeting. Again, I know some of you are interested, and we haven't really got to the point where we've made commitments yet, but we're praying towards that point. So hopefully this video is informative to you as you watch it, and as you pray and ask God to give you wisdom and a vision for this trip. We hope that this will be an amazing opportunity for you. All right, so let's get into the video. All right, so I'm going to do my best on explaining everything we went over during the meeting. And first off, again, we are just super excited about this possibility, and let's just go ahead and get into it. First off, just want to let you know that the missions organization that we are going with is called Core Missions, and the person who leads that off, his name is TJ Kimmel. That's just a picture there with his family, and TJ actually came and spoke at Mount Carmel a few months back, and he's a great guy, loves the Lord. He started this mission organization, and he actually started the church in Jamaica at Bayshore Baptist Church in Jamaica, where we're heading. So got a ton of confidence in TJ. He's going to be helping us lead the trip, and I have 100% confidence. He's done most of the work of helping us get ready for everything. He made us a website, a web page just for our group, as far as dealing with the schedule and with all the finances and things like that. And I've been contacting TJ even today, asking him questions. So he's a great guy. He loves the Lord, and he's got a heart for missions, of course, and I can't wait for you to meet him. Secondly, as we think about the webpage that he made us, here is the link right here at the bottom. You can type that in. It'll take you right to our webpage. It's coremissions.org/Mount Carmel Baptist, or MCBC. He didn't put the R in there, but just MCBC, and you can check that out. The page will look something like this, and when you have been praying and you've made that commitment, that this is the trip that God has called you on, you can put your name and your email there, and you can register. And what he's going to do, he's going to put you in a Word spreadsheet just to keep track of finances and all those types of things. Right underneath that is a YouTube video of a trip that somebody took in 2016, so you can just watch that, just kind of get a feel of what Bayshore in that area looks like, and kind of what to expect with that. Okay, so on the webpage, he actually has all the things that we talked about in our missions trip. So I had a print off, and I'm going to email you this print off as well, just so you can have a hard copy. But on the webpage, it basically covers all these different things. First to look at is in July. That's when we're going to be going from Tuesday to Tuesday. So July 23rd through the 30th, that's when we're going to be going, okay? The cost is going to be $1,300. Now, I know you look at that, you're like, oh my goodness, but that's actually a wonderful price for a missions trip like this. I have a friend named Daniel, and he's going to Zambia, which is definitely a lot further, but his missions trip is going to cost him $3,500. So this is not even half of that, and it's going to be a great experience. And I know if God is calling you to go on this missions trip, then he's going to provide that money for you in different ways. It's going to be great to see how God provides that money. So don't let that bother you. Don't let that stress you out. God's going to take care of it. And definitely, obviously, if this is something that he wants you to do. I mean, God, do you want me to go on a missions trip to be a blessing to people, to proclaim the good news of Jesus Christ so that they can have an opportunity to get saved? Absolutely. That's all over the Bible. Here's some of the things that are going to be included. The round trip airfare. So this is the plane ticket as well to Kingston, Jamaica, and then back again, right? Lunches and dinners while we're in Jamaica. Accommodations, we have a nice hotel that we're going to be staying in, air conditioned, which is going to be great. We're going to have a few fun things that we're going to be doing as far as recreation, and then we also have an air conditioned van that we're going to be taking us back and forth, which is nice because it's going to be really hot, middle of the summer in Jamaica, you can only imagine. So just to pay attention to some of the things that are not included in the price that we just showed you. Souvenirs, that's something that you got to take care of yourself, obviously. Obviously, if you want to bring some extra money to bring back some memorable things, that's totally up to you. Snacks, if you want to bring some snacks to take with you, a granola bar here and there, we can pack those. And then we are also in charge of breakfast as well. He said there's a restaurant near or in the hotel, or we can bring Pop-Tarts and things like that as we go along. I'm not too concerned about breakfast. Not a big breakfast eater myself, but snacks, I can definitely snack in the morning, but we'll worry about that when we get there. We got plenty of time. Here's just the general agenda of what we're going to be doing. On Tuesday, July 23rd, we're going to be traveling. That's going to be a travel day. We're going to leave. We're going to get there. I don't have the specific times yet, but this is what we're looking at. 24th, we're going to visit Bayshore Baptist Church. We're going to get kind of an orientation of the area, help us get a little bit more comfortable where we are, and canvass the area. That means we're going to be handing out flyers and letting people know what we're going to be doing there that week. And what we are going to be doing is going to be a soccer camp. So you don't have to be an expert at playing soccer. You just got to love Jesus and love people and kick a ball. But we're going to be using soccer as the mode to be able to present the gospel to little kids and also young adults. In the morning, we're going to be having a soccer camp for the little kids. And then in the afternoons, we're going to be hosting more of a tournament style soccer tournament for the young adults. Why? Well, for the purpose of getting those young adults into the church. So we are specifically being specifically used on this missions trip to help the local church, and I think that's an amazing thing, amazing way we can use our time, our money, our effort on a missions trip to actually help a local church in the area, not just show up, help some people and then leave, but to encourage and invest in a pastor and a church that's already there, get some traffic of some young adults and some families into that church. That's what we're going to be doing. So we're going to visit the area, and then on the 25th, we're going to have a fun day. It's kind of different. I normally think go to missions trip, work really, really hard, and then end with the fun. But we're going to kind of take a break right there in the middle, and we're going to go to the Dunn's River Falls. You can Google it. It's beautiful. Check out the souvenir shop. That will be that day. Then the 26th and the 22nd is when we're going to be hitting it pretty hard with the soccer. It's going to be fun. It's going to be great. We're going to make it clear to you as far as your expectations of sharing and sharing the gospel and talking to people. It's not going to be something that's going to make you too uncomfortable, but there is definitely a get out of your comfort zone factor in this trip. Just want to make you aware of that. This is a different context, different people. They do speak English. They do have a heavy accent, so you have to lean in and listen a little bit. So on Sunday, July 28th, we're going to be a big part of the church's Sunday morning services. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be preaching that Sunday. We're going to be doing some music. I'm bringing my guitar, have you guys share a few testimonies, get involved in Sunday school and things like that. It's going to be great. Nothing too heavy, but going to be a huge blessing to this church. On the 29th, we're going to relax on a remote island, do some snorkeling. It's going to be a blast. And then on the 30th, we're going to travel home. I love this trip. I think it's going to be great. And I'm super encouraged as I look at the details again. Just can't wait to get there. But we're going to get there. All right. Next, the payment plan. Again, we're asking for a commitment on February 1st. On February 1st. I like to communicate to you that we're going to be having a commitment meeting. Before February 1st, just to continue to encourage you. I've made up my missions trip commitment that I'm going to be sending to you. Just a few things that I need you to look at. Before you make a commitment. There's some things that I want you to pay attention in your life to see if this is a trip that's for you. Missions trips aren't for everybody. This is definitely not a trip where we get to go to Jamaica and just relax the whole time and make it a vacation about us. We are going to have fun, but we're specifically going there to be a gospel blessing to the people there at Bayshore, Jamaica. So I'm going to send this to you just to see if this missions trip is for you, or maybe not. But hopefully it is. Okay? So February, March, April, May, June, and July. You're looking at that, you're like, oh my goodness. But don't worry, we're going to be participating in some fundraisers together and some support letters that we're going to be sending out, that you are going to be sending out to your friends and your family and your friends' friends and your family's friends, all those different things. On this tab here, this is all the web page. On this tab here, it says make a payment. When you click on that, you're going to get a screen that looks like this. And basically, you just put the payment amount, your first and your last name, and your email. I called TJ today, and he texted me back, and I asked him if somebody wanted to get on this page and pay for you. So say you have grandma who is super tech savvy, gets on the internet, types your name in, and puts a payment in for you. Will that work? And he said yes, that would work. So that's very handy, and I'm super thankful for that. That's just one of the questions that was asked during the meeting. Can somebody else make a payment for you online? And the answer is yes. Next on the web page, it says need a passport, because obviously you're going to need a passport. If you don't have a passport, you need to register for one. I think you can expect to have to pay somewhere around the range of $80 to get a passport. Should give yourself about 6 weeks to prepare for that. So by February 1st, go ahead and start jumping on the passport. When you click on this tab, it's going to take you to travelstate.gov, and this is just the place where you go to register for a passport. You find the links and the tabs there, and it'll take you through the instructions, and just pay attention to that, okay? Our leaders, myself, not my family, that's just a picture, me, and also Jamie Hassey, our pastor's wife. I've been on a foreign missions trip with her before, and with our amazing brains combined, I think we make a really good team. Also, there might be another leader that's going to be going, so very, very thankful and very, very confident of our leadership team as far as chaperones and leaders. So support letters are going to be the biggest thing. I have written up a support letter for you with some details. I want to give you a digital copy of this so you can open it up on your computer and edit it however you want to. But 2 specific things I would ask you not to take out is how to ask people to support for you. Number 1, asking these people to pray for you. Pray for God's wisdom. Pray for God to provide. Pray that God would use you as an amazing gospel example and blessing to these people. And then secondly, if they would consider supporting you financially. And people spend their money on all sorts of crazy things they don't necessarily need to spend money on. But what a great way to be able for somebody to take their money, invest it in you, to be able to be a gospel blessing to somebody outside of our country. So this is a great thing. I think most of our funds are going to be coming in through these support letters. So once February 1st gets here a little bit closer, we'll be hitting this pretty hard, getting our list of people that we're going to be sending these to, and I'll definitely talk more about these. Fundraising, we already have some ideas that are coming up. That I want everybody to be involved in, whether it's some kind of spaghetti dinner that we're going to do, maybe have a car wash when it gets warmer outside. My friend Jay Roy, has a t-shirt business. He's already made up an awesome Jamaica logo. I know that looks kind of cheesy. It's like a sweatshirt cut out from the internet that I just pasted his image on, because that's exactly what it is, but it's going to look better than that. Some t-shirts that we can sell, get people to support, get some water bottles from some businesses that would maybe donate to this trip, to take with us some water bottles with their company name on it, to be able to give out to the kids, just some things like that. Still working on the fundraising ideas, but would definitely need you and want you to be involved in all of those fundraising things that we're going to do together as a team. Now, the first question, I have a series of these, and the first question that we had asked, which I think is probably one of the most important ones, is it safe? Is Jamaica, is Bayshore safe? And the answer that I have to that is, well, yes, it is. I think it's as safe as anywhere you go. I mean, you can go anywhere and find danger, obviously, but I do believe Bayshore is safe. We're going to stay together as a team. We're not going to let individual people in our team just kind of wander off. That's not what we're going to be doing. We're going to be staying together, and I'm really thankful. Jamie Hassey has been there before. TJ Kimmel has actually lived there and started the church there. He knows the people. He knows the pastor. So it's not just like a foreign missions trip where we have no idea what we're getting into. We have a very good idea of what we're getting into with contacts of people that we already know, which is really, really awesome. You can actually look at Bayshore Baptist Church. They actually have a Facebook page. So here is their Facebook page. You can look at it, check it out, see what they do. They have some videos on there of some other missions teams that have been able to help. You can check out what their church looks like. It's definitely not something that we're used to there on the island of Jamaica. They don't have electricity in the building, but it's a beautiful church, and they could definitely use our support and our help and our encouragement in any way. Here, I think they had a VBS here. You can look and see how kids just come out of anywhere and everywhere. So really excited about that, and let's get into the next question. All right, so just finishing up some of these questions. Most of these questions are going to be looking out on the horizon of some details that we are going to be looking at in the future, but just go ahead. These are some of the questions that were asked in the meeting, and here's some things that I'm going to be addressing here shortly. But this whole video is just for introduction, and again, if you're trying to understand, if you're interested in just praying, hopefully as the rest of January continues, praying towards a commitment. So here's another question that was asked. Do you have a list of specific items to bring? This question was asked, like how much clothes should I bring? Toiletries, bug spray, sunscreen, things like that. It's just specific items to bring. We will get you that list soon, but that's just something that we are going to need to worry about, or we can worry about later on. But right now we're just kind of doing some intro stuff. But yeah, don't worry, we'll get you a list of specific items to bring, so that you have no surprises with that at all. All right, so the next question is, how much is it specifically for the things we will be doing on the island? I believe this question was in relation to different, maybe some fun things that we're going to be doing. All that's included. Specific things that we're going to be thinking about is we do have to provide for ourselves breakfast, but I talked about that a little bit already. I'm not too worried about that as we prepare to bring some Pop-Tarts or stuff like that. As far as souvenirs and things like that, you will need to bring extra money if you wanted to come home with something from the island. But as far as the events that we're doing, I don't believe it's going to cost anything extra. So all that's included in the price that we're going to be raising together. Okay. So with that question, next question is, how familiar are you with where we're going? Again, I've never been there before, but Jamie Hassey's been there, TJ Kimmel has been there, and I think one of the other leaders that is planning on going has been there before. And so I'm very confident with the team that we have. I've been to an island atmosphere before, but I'm not in any hesitation worried about the area that we're going based on the experience that the people who are helping lead the trip are going. So no worries with that right there. Next question, passports. Again, you can find information on how to apply for a passport on the web page that TJ made for us. So you can just kind of follow through all the steps with that. If you have any questions, if you need help with a passport, just call me, text me. I will be glad to help you walk through the steps of how to apply for a passport. You can do it online. You can print papers off and then mail them in. That's totally up to you. When I applied for a passport, I printed the papers off and then I mailed it in, because I believe you have to mail in a picture of you. But I'm sure you can do it online where you can upload an image. But if you have any questions and need help with the passport, just make sure you talk to me. Okay, and another question is, can someone give support money by paying on our webpage? And the answer is yes. TJ set up a place on the webpage where somebody can say, I'm raising support, but a friend wants to pay online instead of writing me a check. And they just go to the webpage that I gave them information for and pay on there. And the answer is yes. So one thing that I'm thinking just right now is to include that link in the support letter. Hey, if you want to support me, and put my name in here and go here online and just pay directly there, that will be great. And and just need to somehow figure out if they supported you. TJ will keep a record of that, but just trying to figure out so we can write thank you letters and keep people up to date with that. So that's all I have. That's all I have for right now. Again, all of this is just introduction. For those who got to go to the meeting, the interest meeting, like I'm interested, I want to go. So these aren't all the full details. All of that is yet to come. And but right now, we just ask that you guys pray. Is this something that God wants me to do? And then let me know as soon as you know exactly where you are on that, okay? I'll be in contact with you. Thank you so much for being interested. Looking forward to going to Jamaica and with you guys in July. Let's keep praying. I know God's going to use this in a big way, and I'll talk to you soon.